That night was supposed to be ordinary, but destiny had something else in store. I clocked out earlier than usual, planning to surprise my wife with dinner. Things between us had felt distant lately, and I hoped a quiet evening together might bring us closer again. When I pulled into the driveway, though, an unfamiliar car was parked outside. My stomach tightened, but I tried to stay rational, convincing myself it could be nothing. As I stepped inside, I heard laughter, her laughter. But it was different this time. Brighter. Freer. A kind of happiness I hadn't seen in her for years. And it wasn't meant for me. I froze in the doorway to the living room. She sat close beside a man, their hands brushing, his arm draped casually around her shoulders. My chest sank like a stone. I stayed there longer than I should have, watching them, invisible in my own house. They didn't even notice me at first, lost in their little bubble. The sight tore deeper than any words could. She was my wife, my partner, or at least she was supposed to be. Yet in that moment, I was nothing more than a stranger intruding. When I finally spoke, my voice came out cold, sharp. "Having a good time?" They both jolted upright, startled. Her face drained pale while he tried to play it off, acting as if nothing was wrong. The betrayal was written plain across the room. She stumbled over excuses, words tumbling out in a desperate attempt to erase what I'd just witnessed. But excuses meant nothing now. I had given her years of loyalty, years of my best, only to learn she'd offered her heart to someone else. The man tried to step forward, feigning confidence, but I cut him down instantly. "Get out of my house before you regret staying." My tone left no space for argument. He faltered, glancing at her as though hoping she'd back him up. But she stood frozen, lips trembling, unable to choose. Finally, he muttered something under his breath and slipped out quickly, avoiding my eyes. The door slammed, and silence pressed heavy between us, thicker than any words. She tried to speak again, but I shut her down. "Don't waste your breath," I said flatly. "I've heard enough." I walked past her straight to the bedroom and pulled out bags. My hands shook, not from weakness, but from the storm raging inside me. She trailed behind, begging, swearing it was a mistake, pleading that she loved me, insisting it wasn't what it looked like. But love doesn't hide in secret. Love doesn't laugh with another man while your husband breaks himself keeping life together. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. My silence screamed louder than any rage could. With calm, steady movements, I packed my things, making it clear my choice was final. She broke down, clinging to me with tears streaming, but I didn't bend. The bond we once shared had shattered beyond repair. When I left the house, I didn't slam the door. I closed it gently, as if sealing away the life we once had. She was left behind, crying, realizing too late the cost of her betrayal. The very next day, I did what she never expected. I filed for divorce, hired a lawyer, and took care of every detail. I also reached out to the man's family and girlfriend, sending them the proof I had gathered. If he thought he could slip into my life unnoticed, he was wrong. The fallout hit hard. His relationship crumbled, his reputation cracked, and my wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, was left with nothing but regret. She had gambled with my trust and lost everything. As for me, I didn't feel triumph, just a heavy kind of peace. Betrayal leaves scars, but it also clears the way forward. My revenge wasn't loud, wasn't violent. It was truth, backed by action. And sometimes, that's the sharpest revenge of all.